Morning, everyone. Welcome to the Bitcoin Brief with your host, Tone Vase, coming to you live from Toronto, Canada. I am here for the Futurist Conference. I was the keynote opening speech yesterday morning, did a bunch of interviews, not speaking today, but I will head over to the conference soon. On the show, Jimmy Song may be joining us in a little bit, but as always, ready as a last-minute replacement, let's welcome Vortex to the show. I believe this is your debut on this show. I've been on your show. You might have been on the show once a long time ago.
Yeah, that's really only once a long time ago. Watched a big fan of the show, of course. You know, you, Jimmy, Giacomo, Rodolfo, you guys are always killing it. And so, yeah, it's great to finally be on the actual show since I do a lot of YouTubing.
I know. Hey, thanks for jumping on last minute. I really don't like covering the news by myself. It gets very, very boring. I'm starting to do all my shows with more co-hosts. Enough of me being the echo chamber. But let's go ahead and jump in. Unfortunately, we're going to try to keep the show short. For those of you that love my 3-hour podcast, because I do have to get to the conference and I have a couple of friends speaking around 10:30, and it takes me about 20 minutes to get there. Very briefly, tonevase.com, check it out. We have our conferences coming up. Bali, of course, Unconfiscatable. I see Vortex is rocking the hat right there, the Unconfiscatable hat. Thanks for joining us for last year's conference. I haven't shown this page in a while, the Tonevase affiliate page. Please check that out. If you want to support this channel, you can go ahead and use these affiliate links, eToro, LVL, perfect for traders in the US, Deribit for traders outside the US. Read all of the disclaimers before you actually jump on and start using this stuff. All right, not going to waste too much time. Workshops, Dallas is coming up this weekend. I'll be there for BitBlock Boom, and the equities options are coming as well. The price getting cheaper with Bitcoin price dropping. Maybe I'll have time to look at that today. All right. Let's jump into stories, Vortex. And like I referred to this, I refer in the Ripple story, but the SEC is coming in with Thor's hammer on this one. They just like dropped the sledgehammer on Reggie Middleton and Veritaseum. Now, I have to say that I am a big fan of Reggie Middleton. I was a fan of Reggie Middleton before either one of us was in crypto. I remember watching Reggie Middleton on the Max Kaiser show back in like 2010, 2011. Just as I was hearing about Bitcoin, he was there because he ran an analysis company on the US stock markets. And I got into Bitcoin, I believe, before Reggie, because I remember when Reggie was coming into the New York Bitcoin Center, he wanted to build something new. I remember when he stopped his analysis company and got into the crypto space. And I really liked him, and I was very disappointed. Well, Veritaseum, I always questioned the use case of Veritaseum, the platform. But the Veritaseum, the token, was very problematic for me. And Vortex, you remember when I interviewed him on the World Crypto Network. I don't know why my computer is like laggy.
It's so a little bit laggy, but it's still going good. Yeah. But yeah, I definitely remember. Yep.
There was an on the record with Reggie Middleton.
I'd encourage everybody to check that out too. If you rewatch it, there's some interesting.
And I remember it. Yeah, I remember it really, really well. Like the episode ran a little bit long, and Reggie couldn't stay around for the whole thing. We started like a little bit late due to technical issues, like we always have, and. Everyone thought that Reggie bailed on the interview, but that isn't true. You see it all over the comments. This is back in the day when comments were useful and not trollish and scammy. I mean, we're talking about the good old days of what, 2-3 years ago? When was this published? April 19, 2017. So almost 2.5 years ago now. Because we're already about to go into September of 2019. And it was a great episode. You have so many, not that many resources, but enough. And I was very skeptical of the Veritaseum project and especially the Veritaseum token. I grilled Reggie on it, and he couldn't stick around to the end. He had prior commitments. He said he would try to come back on, but his other call ran a little late. So I finished it on my own. And Yeah, it was very very interesting. Look, the first comment, right, from Michael Grab, and he was the first guy to comment on my tweet yesterday. And I reminded him that this was his comment 2.5 years ago, where he said, I'm a bit concerned about the SEC.
Of course.
You know, like some of the stuff is so obvious. And I feel bad for Reggie, but like what do you say? Like I'm sorry, Reggie, I warned you. We warned you. Like, don't do this. Don't do an ICO, especially high profile with a questionable product.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just really, it's really crazy to see all of these people, but you have to sort of remember again, you know, remind the audience about what it was back in 2017. There was this crazy exuberance. Everybody just thought that, you know, hyper Bitcoinization is going to be here. All the ICOs went crazy. You know, everybody just thought they could do sort of whatever they wanted. They thought, hey, just put a utility token on it and it'll be fine. And this was really the mentality with a lot of these people. They really just thought they could just throw in a couple of these little changes and, oh, it's a utility token. It's no longer an unlicensed, unregistered security, right? But that's just not the case. And people like yourself, people like Jimmy, there were so many people trying to warn these guys. I mean, I know you were warning Vinny as well. I mean, there's so many people that that we tried to tell.
I think Vinny's next. I think Vinny's the next high-profile guy.
Absolutely. It's an open and shut case. Remember, the SEC guys only goes after cases that they pretty much have open and shut. So if the SEC is going after you, you know you're already pretty screwed. And this is going to send, again, ripple effects across the industry where the ICOs have already been dwindling, right? If you look at the chart, the ICOs peaked in 2017 and they have come all the way back down to the point to where most of the ICO treasuries are underwater 70+%. So in addition to that, again, there's just nobody starting ICOs, especially in the US. So that has, I think, the market has understood as an anomaly now, not something to be repeated. So yeah, again, like you said, we tried to warn these people. There was many people. I remember seeing Reggie back in the day. I remember seeing Vinny back in the day, and there was many people like yourself again trying to warn these people that these are essentially unlicensed, unregistered securities, specifically around things like Ethereum and Ripple. We've been trying to warn people about Ethereum and Ripple for years. Now, of course, there were some comments from Wall Street saying that Ethereum might not be a security. That is not official, as you continue to try to tell people. I see articles all the time and people all the time saying, no, the government already said Ethereum is not a security. And of course, we know that that's not the case. So there could still be some stuff coming that way. But we know for sure that these tokens like Veritaseum and Vinny's token, Civic, CVC, I mean, these were just bad launches, guys. These were blatant, unlicensed, unregistered securities pulling in tens of millions of dollars. And then you got people like Vinny and Reggie on Twitter, like posting stuff about them with pictures in pools and mansions and things like that. I mean, that's not going to help your guys' case at all. And so we just to wrap it up, we see the ICOs completely dwindling. We are now seeing the SEC going after these tokens that were just blatant and obvious, unlicensed, unregistered securities. And I'm really glad that it's happening. And again, we're not all for just corporate overlords, regulated overlords. We don't anything like that. But people need to understand and remember that the United States has the largest financial system, the biggest liquidity because of the regulations that are put in place over here. So it's going to be interesting to see this play out, to see how many more tokens are going to actually be affected by this, because I guarantee that the SEC is just getting started.
Hey, Vortex, are you in my, you're a moderator in my chat, right? Can you throw the link to your YouTube channel in the YouTube chat?
Yeah, actually, I didn't even get a chance to pull up the YouTube chat yet. So I'll do that.
I can send you a link. Hold on. Well, all right, I just sent you a link to the YouTube chat, and throw your YouTube in there. Hey, so here's what I just noticed. I was just scrolling around through. I mean, I need to re-listen to my own interview with Reggie. Like, I really hate re-listening to my old stuff, but I may do it because look what I just found. And here, if I go back to the article, right? Where is it? Oh, I didn't even read.
No, I encourage everybody to go back and watch that interview. There is all sorts of gems in there, predictions that you made, predictions from the chat that were just telling people that were spot on.
Yeah, there was something here where the SEC, oh, here it is. Where's the email? Here it is. The SEC quotes an email Middleton sent to an employee detailing the first known instance of market manipulation. the Ether Delta market is not accurate because of the very, very low volume. I will try to push more volume this time next month. I'll probably have all, anyway, it doesn't matter. But they basically accused him of manipulating the price because, again, he had all the Veritaseum. And if you go back, I just scrolled around and look what I highlighted. I don't know if Reggie was still on as we were discussing this. And it says right there in his documentation that they were going to sell it for that price. Beyond that time, Veritaseum Inc. may, at its sole discretion, periodically adjust the retail price of Veritas in terms of Bitcoin to represent, it was like, but that doesn't matter, right? And oh, the other thing I wanted to pull up, it's, look, like I said, I like Reggie. It's like, what do you do? Like when a friend of yours is doing something stupid and you warn them not to do it and they still do it and they get in legal trouble for it, what do you do? Like I want to be on his side. Like I want to say this is, you know, the SEC is bad. And look, I kind of want him to win the case because I'm sure he has a lot of money that the SEC is trying to freeze, but you can't really freeze the Bitcoin. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. This is what I love. I can't wait to bring this to the law show. Here, was it in this article or the other one?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next Bitcoin law review, Tone, where you guys are going to be talking about it.
Damn, where was this? It might have been in the other article, but hold on. It said here how they've frozen his bank accounts, right? So Security Commission froze the assets of Reggie Middleton, right? But they were more specific about what they've frozen. So I think it was like Citibank or something.
I mean, again, Tone, it's just really hard to feel sorry.
This is right here. Check this out. Check this out. The order covers accounts at traditional financial institutions. This is the temporary restraint, a temporary restraining order on freezing his funds. Citibank, Bank of America, Citibank, JP Morgan Chase, cryptocurrency exchanges Gemini and Kraken. But this is the good part. And 15 addresses on the Ethereum blockchain. Now,
they can freeze addresses on the Ethereum blockchain.
Did you say you can or you can't?
No, I pointed out that that's what you said. I mean, you can't really quote unquote freeze. Like, I mean,
I don't know.
The exchanges.
I don't know.
Gemini,
Vortex, hold on a second here. I was standing next to Vitalik Buterin yesterday. Mm-hmm. The SEC, if Vitalik sets foot in the US, grab him, put him in your office, and tell him you ain't leaving until you freeze Reggie Middleton's Ethereum addresses. And we'll see what happens.
Again, at this point, really, you'd have to go through the exchanges. But even still, that's very, very possible because of how centralized Ethereum is. I mean, you could go through the Infura route. You could go through the exchange route. There were multiple routes to freeze addresses. It's just not within the actual protocol itself. Unless, of course, you make a mistake, which we saw with the DAO and millions of dollars.
Like the DAO proved that you can freeze Ethereum's addresses, right?
That was through an error. That was through
the SEC wrote the DAO report. All they have to do is show up at the Ethereum Foundation's office and say, whatever you did for the DAO, you better do it right here because we know you're centralized. You've done it before. Do it again.
But once again, Tone, it wasn't frozen per se by an individual, right? It was a bug that actually caused the smart contract to not work. So technically, I guess you could create another bug that would like freeze something, but it doesn't work on an individual address like that. But like I say, there's so many routes because it's so centralized to go through already, through the exchanges, through Infura. There are ways to do it, just not at the protocol level, unless you introduce an error.
People are asking what Vinny Lingham's token is. That is Civic.
Yes, CVC.
Civic is Vinny Lingham's token. And yeah, if you saw, was it Nick Carter? Carter Twitter. I do want to move on to the next story, but
this is so fun.
did you see this?
Which one? Let's see.
Nope, wrong Carter. Did I misspell him? I think it's just C, right?
Oh, it's NIC__ Carter.
I think this should work.
Yeah, that'll work easier. Yeah, there you go. That's correct.
I don't know what I just promoted.
Nick can have all the promotion he wants.
No, I mean like some other Nick Carter. I don't know what else.
Whoops.
Yeah, here. Check this out. So Reggie Middleton had a problem with like Nick was very critical of Veritaseum like last year in this article, which is actually pretty good.
I never saw
I mean, I beat him. I mean, I was questioning it way earlier, but good job, Nick. Look at this last tweet by Reggie. And again, like I said, Reggie, I really like you, but you were warned. Like, I don't know what else to say.
And that's why I can't feel sorry for these people, Tone. They were warned. And remember, these people are not like just your average citizen, right? These people supposedly do have higher than normal IQs and should be able to figure this stuff out. I mean, I would put Reggie as having like a higher than average IQ, right? So it's just hard to feel sorry for these people. He knew he was taking out those mansions with pools and you know, I mean, he knew what he was doing.
I don't see the tweet that I saw earlier. Where he said, I have 24 lawyers, 42 lawyers, like it was like a large number.
Not gonna save you.
Man, I thought it was in this convo. Maybe it was in here. I mean, Twitter gets out of hand sometimes with like, anyway, I can't find it.
Well, I recommend everybody check out that thread though. That looks like a great thread.
It is a good thread. Yeah, trying to find them all.
Definitely make sure everybody come back for the
time, but like check out the thread, check out this article by Nick. It was great. Okay, speaking of the SEC, the Ripple being a security case, and again, we're not going to talk about it much, but your thoughts on Ripple basically. I mean, with everything, like it's so obvious that Ripple is a security. Like it's grossly obvious that it's a security, and it's not. They're claiming it's a utility token, but it's not. It's a security. And there was lots of evidence from the early days of the Ripple token how all of the people involved in the Ripple token are promoting it as an investment contract where you hold it and you make money. Like it can't be any more obvious. Your thoughts?
It's absolutely obvious. I mean, the Ripple, the company has sold billions, with a B, billions of dollars of XRP over the past couple of years, guys. This is absolutely an unlicensed, unregistered security. The token XRP was actually called Ripple pretty much everywhere just a year ago. I mean, on all of the exchanges, on CoinMarketCap, everybody understood that Ripple was XRP, XRP was Ripple. Now, of course, their newest narrative is trying to separate that so they're not like, Ripple the company and then XRP the token is separate. But we all know, guys, that everybody working on XRP is somehow influenced and working for Ripple at the same time. I've never ever seen an actual XRP developer in real life. Never have. It's only ever been bots. I don't know anybody who works with the XRP. I don't know anybody who works with XRapid. Literally no one. There might be a couple people out there, great, but there is no way that this is decentralized, and there is no way it could stand the test of time without Ripple, the company, being there. And when the SEC inevitably gets on these guys' backs, it's going to prove fatal for XRP. I mean, it's people don't think it's possible. It's the number 2 token. People are like, there's just no way. No, it's too late. It's not even close to too late, guys. These guys are operating 100% with bank accounts, trying to get to banks. It would not be difficult. And again, remember, their main value proposition is that the banks are going to buy XRP. That's why they tell you to buy it, guys. Buy it right now before the banks get into it. And of course, as we've seen, the banks want nothing to do with Ripple. They want nothing to do with XRP. If they are going to build some type of blockchain technology, they're going to do it themselves. They're going to do it internally, like JP Morgan, like Goldman Sachs, or, it's not going to go to Silicon Valley and say, hey, build me a token that you guys completely control. It's not going to happen. So the whole actual premise from the beginning was ridiculous, in my opinion. But it absolutely, at this point, is an absolutely centralized, unlicensed, unregistered security.
Yeah, and we'll see where it goes. Now, this is not the SEC against Ripple. So someone said, Tony, let's piss you off that like with the Vericoin, SEC is going after Reggie and Vericoin, and the SEC is not going after the Ripple token. It actually does. Like if the SEC really wants to make a point, you go after the Ripple token.
Absolutely.
But the Reggie Middleton's case is easier, right? Like, because they're accusing him of fraud. They're accusing him of mismanaging the money that he collected from the ICO. So, and that's what the SEC has still been going after. Again, I'm saving this mostly for the law show. Like, I'm waiting till the ICO itself was illegal, not what you did with the funds, right? So we'll see how they get there with a lot of these big names. And they do have good lawyers. You know, I'm sure Reggie can afford very good lawyers. And we will see where this goes. I know Bitcoin Khaleesi was like mad at me earlier. She was like, Tone, that's not how it works. Yeah, I know. If you lock, I know the SEC can't like lock Vitalik in a room. I know it's unfortunately that can't happen. But yeah, but this is the problem. This is what happens when your project has leaders. And this is what people continue to not understand about a blockchain. We're going to save the Ripple case for the, but you're right. Like, not only have I not met any Ripple developers, I've never met any, like, I've met like maybe 3 or 4 Ripple fans, and not even in person. They're all anonymous trolls. It could all be like a paid game because they have billions of dollars. Like, someone needs to investigate this nonsense. It's really like honestly, I think the Ripple is gonna be like the biggest blow up, and like Ripple will be like the Enron of the crypto space, because that's
especially if they let it go much longer.
Yeah. And hey, thank you, Cointelegraph, for referencing my tweet in your Ripple story of the U.S. regulators going after them. All right, Coinbase, our other favorite punching bag. Coinbase has lost their banking relationship with Barclays Bank in the UK. Apparently, they found another bank, and in the process, they delisted ZCash, another one of our favorite coins here on this show. Claiming that ZCash has some kind of anonymous component that nobody uses. And it's actually really, really funny, right? So you have ZCash that is also totally useless and is only there to make Zuko rich. And using it, there's a normal way to use it that's not anonymous, and then there's an anonymous way to use it. Nobody uses the anonymous way to use ZCash because no one even uses ZCash, right? So by having this anonymous version of Zcash that lets you pump the damn thing, that is getting you delisted from exchanges. So the thing that nobody's actually using is getting you delisted from Coinbase, but it was the thing that pumped your scam coin to begin with. Your thoughts, Vortex, on Coinbase losing their Barclays relationship, and then the casualty being Zcash, which will probably be delisted from any exchange that wants to be compliant with government laws. And every exchange will have to be compliant with government laws, including BitMax and the rest, because they don't really have a choice.
Well, it's funny because a lot of people were giving, Bitfinex and, Tether kind of crap because they've been going through banks and things like that. But guys, look, this is how it works. Even somebody as quote unquote prestigious Coinbase can lose a bank because this is the early days. We're still trying to transition from this crypto to this new system. And these, as Tone says, a lot of times these systems will live alongside each other for some time to come. So this is the natural tension that's going to happen between the old and the new. And it's funny because, like you say, nobody's actually using the privacy features on Zcash, the shielding technology. Nobody is actually using it, and it's still getting delisted from things. So at this point, and as you know, right now the Zcash is trying to get their new founders reward put in there because it was set to be canceled by 2020. But of course, they're trying to get it extended, and of course, nobody is going to actually end up working on it if there's no money. Right? That's the big fear. Their whole community right now is absolutely scared that the developers will walk away if they don't get paid. Think about that for a second, right? Like, this is no different than just a regular company. They're literally just wage slaving people to work on this thing that they probably might not even want to work on. And so when you have this type of disparity with these tokens on this exchange that is now essentially a Poloniex, right? Banks are going to get nervous. What happens is these banks like Barclays, I'm sure we're seeing Coinbase add token after token after token as their new strategy of just being Poloniex starts to expand. They were probably getting pretty nervous because it only takes one, guys. It only takes one wrong mistake with one of these coins to have millions and millions of dollars of funds stolen. So I definitely don't blame the banks from walking away from Coinbase, because Coinbase for the past few years has making horrible decision after horrible decision, from revealing that they lost tons of people's actual data from a partner that they no longer work with, just casually in an interview, to the whole BCH insider trading fiasco. The list goes on and on and on. And so because of this terrible history of mistakes, I absolutely don't blame the bank for leaving. But this is not the last time we're going to see a bank leave a crypto company, right? So in my opinion, Coinbase still continues to be the AOL of crypto, and it is not going to be here for much longer. They were good for an onboarding use case scenario, and they are no longer needed, in my opinion, especially over the next couple of years.
All right, I'm just texting in the chat, letting know that the Law Show is currently scheduled for Tuesday, 7 p.m. Khaleesi, you got to jump on.
Absolutely. Highly recommend it, guys. The Bitcoin Law Review, awesome. Always awesome guests on there. Everybody check that out.
Yeah, no, that one's great. Yep. So, and yeah, that's the thing, right? All of these things, they're going to lead to perpetual inflation, either as a mining reward, a subsidy for the developers. Like there isn't enough demand to contribute to any of these altcoins in an altruistic way. It's just not there. It's just another job. They will find another Zuko to pay them, or they'll go and start their own scam coin following the same model. All right.
Absolutely.
Coinbase dropping support for ZCash. Yep, we covered that. Oh, Balaji's back. So Balaji doesn't learn. So after the failed experiment of, what was it, 21?
21 and earn.com that Coinbase bought, that was a great idea to buy and put him as the CTO. And now he's gone. The CTO is gone and nobody uses earn.com.
All right, so here we go. Balaji joins DeFi blockchain project Findora. Okay. Oh, sorry, DeFi. Sorry, joins DeFi. That's probably some other guy I don't even know.
No, DeFi. DeFi is the decentralized finance meme from Ethereum.
Really?
Blockchain project. Yeah, he's joining an Ethereum project.
Oh my God! Like, I really wanted to give Balaji the benefit of the doubt. I remember the old Bitcoin Uncensored episodes from like 2015 when they were literally calling Balaji the biggest idiot in the space, and I'm like, wow. Reflecting on that, couldn't be any more right.
His decisions have been terrible, one after another, and people have been rewarding these bad decisions, like Coinbase.
Oh yeah, and they continue to get more and more rewards. So it was that was the other one. All right, we are excited to welcome. Okay, that's his history. Here, let's look at this amazing description of what Findora is. It's a cryptographically transparent public blockchain for building decentralized financial applications. Yes, so are the other 999 companies in the crypto space. The firm has grand ambitions to build global financial infrastructure, allowing anyone from individuals to SMEs or corporations to develop and use financial services. Great. Welcome to the other 10,000 companies in the financial space.
Could have been copied and pasted from any blockchain project.
Appealing to privacy-seeking enterprises, the Findora network keeps data confidential, but still allows auditing in order to comply with financial rules. What the hell does that mean? That is every financial company out of Wall Street today. They have to keep your freaking data confidential. And they have to comply with auditing. You don't need a blockchain for this, nor should you, because a blockchain means you can lose this data. The platform says it aims to support numerous applications, including open banking, asset central securitization, trading, and peer-to-peer lending. This is literally a hodgepodge of words.
It's 100% hype. It is literally 100% hype. There's every single one of those words in that sentence was a buzzword. Like, this entire article is nothing but buzzwords, using things like DeFi, decentralized finance, decentralization. All of this can be copied and pasted from literally any of the 1,000+ blockchain projects that are in the space today. There is nothing new about this.
Findora's vision is to be the Internet of Finance world and to decentralize and revitalize the global financial system. Blockchain alone will not replace trust in our financial institutions. Like, this doesn't even make sense. There's a strong need for privacy and data safety features for the type Findora is developing, and that will make Findora a powerful hub for storing the world's financial data, all built on Ethereum, which is technologically unscalable. Like this shit does not get any more stupid.
It really doesn't. I mean, again, if you just follow the path of Balaji here, you can see that he started 21, which was a complete failure. Record funding, guys, for 21. Record funding. We're talking over $100 million. It was unprecedented. And guess what they produced? They produced a freaking node, a $400 node that they sold for just a couple of months, and then completely pivoted into something else called earn.com, which was also a failure, but Coinbase didn't think so. So they hired Balaji. They're like, look, your companies are failing. Come with us. We'll take care of you. We'll make you CTO. So they did. He did that. They brought over earn.com. Nobody used it. And then now he left. Balaji left. So when you look at this, he's just moving from hype project to hype project to hype project. He has no interest in the underlying technology of Bitcoin, no interest in the underlying fundamentals of the space, and is clearly just kind of going to whoever pays the most.
All right. And we have one more. Do you know who this is? Because I don't.
I have no idea who that is.
Okay. This crypto is worth less than 1 cent. VCs are betting millions on its future. So I read this article. CoinDesk, you got to do better reporting. So I'm looking for the word VC, and it only exists in the title. I swear I read this whole article, unless I was reading really fast and I skipped it. I didn't see anything about VCs investing in this thing. But this is another gem. So it's another scam ICO coin that has now split into other coins. And it's another, it gets bad. The
article starts off with saying that not all token sales lead to quick failures or cash grabs. Right, not all, just 99.9% currently.
No, and including this one. The blockchain startup, I don't know what the hell, Patientory, which makes a consumer health app and offers enterprise data management services to hospitals and clinics, just closed a 5.2 million Series A, that's from venture capital. Doesn't say which ones. This comes as the startup first funding round since it split off from the Patientory Association, a nonprofit created after its May 2017 initial coin offering of Ethereum-based Ptoy token raised 7.2 million. SEC, you may want to take a look at this. Okay,
just a little bit.
Just a little bit, exactly. With the token, it basically regulates the storage in each node. Said the CTO and president. Company token-oriented pilot program. You're providing storage space and also paying for the transactions.
What the hell? People just use IPFS. What the hell?
Well, IPFS didn't have a token, or they did.
No, IPFS did not have a token. That's why I said use IPFS.
Oh, you said use IPFS. Okay.
Yeah, use IPFS, people.
Right. This is your storage. This is your file coin, which I think raised 200 million something. This is your SIA. This is your all this other nonsense. This is your Ethereum, actually, right? You just paid for storage space.
There were several storage tokens that were put on Ethereum. Yep.
There is nothing useful here. There is nothing innovative here. The ICO breakdown, they made 12 million. This is they're all just ridiculous. I think I have one final story. I don't really know what's going on. That's why I kind of wanted Jimmy on this. I don't know if you're up to date on what Samsung's doing.
I'm not up to date on this particular phone, no, but it is interesting that after 6 months of existence, they finally decided to add Bitcoin. I guess if you can't beat them, join them.
So, but I don't know what it is, right? Is this?
It's a phone that holds your that can hold private keys for you. So it's a phone that's specifically designed with a specific key store for holding private keys, which supposedly makes it more secure. But again, the whole premise of this coin is just so you can hold all of your extra tokens and all of your altcoins. It didn't even support Bitcoin for 6 months.
Wait, what coin?
They support mini coins. That was like the main point of this phone. They're calling it a blockchain phone, so that you can store multiple assets on this phone securely with their secure storage technology.
No, but that's got to be like an app, right? I mean, like the phones are. This is the Samsung.
So it's a combination of the software and a specific hardware chip in the phone itself that they're claiming to be far more secure than your standard storage on for example, on a regular device.
I'm gonna look a little more into it.
It's like a Trezor on a phone. They're claiming to be like a Trezor on a phone, a Trezor and a phone combined, essentially.
And is this gonna be native with a Samsung phone?
So this is native. This is built into the phone itself.
But do you need an app in order to activate it, or it's native inside the phone?
So it has apps within the phone itself that support all these
Right.
assets. Yep.
All right. That's pretty much it for stories. I mean, we can do a rundown. I actually found this thing funny. What the UK is saying about Arthur Hayes' headline on Bitcoin's 10th birthday. Have you seen this?
I haven't seen that.
So basically, remember the big ad in one of the UK papers where BitMax paid for like the full 2-page ad with a chart of Bitcoin, and it's saying that it has only gone up in 10 years.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter. Yep.
So the UK financial watchdog is complaining that because the chart was in log scale, it didn't properly display the volatility of Bitcoin as it's been rising for 10 years, and it was misleading to the person.
Wow.
So that was, they're complaining about the fact that the chart was in log scale.
They're just grasping at straws now.
So that was kind of funny. All right, I'm gonna take a quick look at price. Once again, guys, hey, check out the webinars. I'll be in Dallas teaching an in-person workshop. After that, I have the webinar, the options webinar in about a week and a half from now. That's a 2-day webinar. And if you want to support, check out the affiliate page, a couple of exchanges there, and also the event in Bali. Yeah, my computer is kind of slow. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I think you need a reboot, Tone.
I did. I remember right before the show. I don't know what this is the weird part. I'm buying a new one the next chance I get. Check out the Bali conference for traders and hedge funds. It's really, really great. All right. Let me take a quick peek at the price. I'll try and bring you a price show tomorrow. We took a little nosedive in the last 24 hours.
Well, also, Tone, I'm gonna take off too. So just
you're going. All right.
Definitely check out the Bitcoin Law Review, guys. Check out that Bali conference and my show, my channel, the CryptoCast Network. You can find it cryptocast.network. And of course, this Sunday we'll be doing another episode of the Bitcoin News Show. So stay tuned for that.
Hey, I'm gonna go to your website,
cryptocast.network.
Dot what?
.network.
It's dot network. Okay.
Yes, sir. Come on, computer.
There it is. Yeah, see, I'm always .com. Like everything I need is .coms.
You bet. Yeah,
I haven't gotten into the other stuff yet. Yeah, check out Vortex's site, cryptocast.network. Check out his show, which is on Sundays.
Yep, and appreciate you having me on, Tone, and we'll see you guys next time.
All right, thanks for joining.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
All right, guys, I got like 5 minutes to look at the price real quick. The weekly chart is looking very weak, but now it's a red price flip. So you're still in a no trade zone. If next week starts trading below the current week, it potentially gets very, very ugly for Bitcoin in the near future. So right now, I was leaning bullish last week because of a green one. I am now leaning bearish this week because of a red one. But the sequential has not activated any trades on the weekly chart since the long trade here at around 9,400. And we've been in neutral territory and staying in cash according to sequential. And now we're going below the moving average, and it could get ugly in a hurry. The daily chart, while 3 days ago, I was optimistic about this 9 being a 1-4 candle correction, and now going up. The moment this 4 candle yesterday starts trading below these lows, so the moment this 4 candle starts trading down here, this is when you know you're not in a 1-4 candle correction and then higher. This is when you know this 9 is very well a full-blown correction to the downside. And here we go. We have now broken the 50-period moving average. We are on a 5 of 9, and I now believe we will get to that red 9 to the downside. Now, if we hold the setup trend line, that is a good sign for potentially more upside. If we get below the setup trend line, Bitcoin is in serious, serious trouble. Not going to talk about the 12-hour chart. The 4-hour chart is giving you a nice relief right now. It's rebounding off a 9. You had a reversal candle on the 8 just now. So while I am a little bit bullish on the 4-hour, looking for a 1 to 4 candle correction, if this candle ends the way it looks now, that's not a good sign. The current 4-hour candle needs to close above this moving average, and then we can maybe see a little bit of a correction into the next moving average. Maybe we can rally back to 11K, and then probably we're going to keep going down because the daily is saying there will be 3 to 4 more days of downside. That should also get us to the end of the week, which could give us a red 2 below a red 1 next week, which is also very, very bearish for Bitcoin. I'll see if Joe Saz wants to come on my show later this week. He's a huge fan of trading the 15-minute chart with sequential. And you can see how the last couple of 9s here, not so much there because the 8 candle moved it, but that's a beautiful 9 reversal candle. That's a beautiful 9, not necessarily a reversal candle. And that did rally the price a little bit. If you are a 15-minute trader, it is an indicator that apparently is somewhat useful. That's it. The Bitcoin dominance is pulling back off of its 9, so it shouldn't be surprising that the shit coins like Ethereum are rallying a little bit. They've been a little bit oversold. They've reached their 9 momentum ends, and it's very likely they will rebound a little bit before they get fully destroyed. Litecoin is another example of a currency that is on the edge of complete and utter destruction in its price. But this current 9 and a doji reversal candle on the weekly could, save Litecoin for another few weeks before people realize how useless and how ridiculous it ever was to ever hodl your Litecoin, and the mass exodus is still coming. B-Trash is still hanging in there as well at the lows. It has a green 2 going above a green 1. You have to be an absolute imbecile to buy into this coin, but hey, to each their own. And I am now looking for, once Bitcoin either starts to go down real hard or go up real hard, a lot of these old coins are going to start to get decimated. And that's it. The gold is hanging in there, still bullish. I am looking for my next target to the upside in the $1,600 range, and then we will reevaluate. The S&P 500 had a good day yesterday and a bad day today. This is a very bad sign. We've only been open for 30 minutes in the market, and this is looking really, really ugly. Now, the thing will come tomorrow. I don't really want to see this get any uglier today. I kind of want the day to end right now, and then a red 2 going below a red 1 tomorrow activates a lot of bearishness on the S&P 500. This is not a good sign. We really needed this candle to be above last week's candle. If the current week closes in this form, that is not good for the S&P 500, and these lows will be challenged. If these lows are challenged, we're probably going lower and may once again hit the 200-day moving average. I am certainly leaning bearish, but with only 30 minutes into the market, this could all reverse by end of day. But right now, we are kind of oversold for the day, so I wouldn't be jumping on short trades right now. Those that attended my workshops know I love the 10 a.m. reversal, and that 10 a.m. reversal, considering how badly stocks are playing out right now. So if I just grab, a popular liquid stock like Amazon and I flip it over to the 10-minute chart, I would be looking for a 10 a.m. reversal right now with a reversal candle and some strength. Maybe not in Amazon, maybe in others. Let's see what Facebook's up to. That's a horrible looking candle. Microsoft, that's a horrible looking candle. So the current, maybe it will be an 11 a.m. reversal, right? So I think the market is very oversold in the early minutes of the market. I would be trying to time intraday reversals, but they would be short-lived. I do think today is going to end as a bad day. So it depends if you're a longer-term trader or a day trader. I would be very, very cautious right now. This 10 a.m. is not looking good. Let me go to the futures. I do have to get going, guys. 10 a.m. If I was trading right now, the futures market, am I on a delay? I'm on a little bit of a delay, so I can't using this. I'm on a 10-minute delay. So I used to trade futures. I used to trade at 10 a.m. reversals, but I need reversal candles, and I don't see any yet. So you want to keep an eye on that. All right, that's it, guys. I got to run. Please check out Bali. Please check out the Financial Summit. The cost of entry is 1 Bitcoin, but it does include a very high-end resort. And check it out. You get literally like a Bitcoin worth of value of webinars and subscriptions to all the people that have already committed to come, like Ugly Old Goat, Ben Zen, Willy Woo, Socrates, Leah, myself, obviously. Please check it out. And if this is something that fits in what you're looking for, email, inquire, register. We'll have a great time over in Bali. Lots of amenities coming with your room that's included in the price, including a daily massage and lots of other stuff. I pick up from the airport and the rest. All right. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Again, if you want to support, check out the affiliates page. I have lots of options for traders that are US based. I know that's a problem. Traders that are not US based and others, go ahead and check it out, along with even my Amazon list. Even though Amazon dumped me as an affiliate, this is still my tech gear, which I planned on upgrading this summer, but got too busy. So maybe over, Black Friday of Thanksgiving. All right, guys, I will talk to you all on the next one. I got to run to the Futurist Conference. Those of you that will see me there, come by and say hi. Later, guys.